Founded in 1891, Sapa or OSP is an expert in Thai specialty drinks and has been serving customers for more than 130 years. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're issuing a buy recommendation on OSP as our DCF valuation gives a target price of 40 baht, which is an 18% upside potential. And this is driven by three main factors. First, an efficient supply chain promoting cost reduction. Second, strong positioning and ability to maintain as an industry leader. Third, a booming healthy trend that is going to drive OSP forward. And now we will introduce the company and explain why this is the time to buy OSP and invest in that 18% upside.
As Sapa continue to grow, they have developed beyond the traditional medicine. Looking at the 2020 revenue breakdown, we can see that 84% of the revenue is generated by the beverage sector and 10% to the personal care. And they also have expanded internationally. As you can see, 14% of the revenue is actually generated internationally, and from that 14%, 83% is from CLMV country. Looking at brand portfolio, Sapa have four main categories, which is beverage, personal care, healthcare, and confectionery. And Sapa have also managed to further distinguish themselves by vertically integrating their supply chain from self-manufacturing process to process innovation. Sapa have been awarded the Best Investor Relationship Thailand Company 2022 and received a 4 or 5-star rating based on the right to shareholder equitable treatment, stakeholder roles, disclosure and transparency, and board responsibility. Environmentally, Sapa also have contributed greatly to help to reduce the environmental impact. In 2020, Sapa have managed to was awarded the Carbon Footprint for our company 2020, which corresponds to the aim of being efficient in energy and water use and to contribute to zero landfill waste by 2025. Sapa have also been awarded the FSSC 2000 as they continue to promote the health and well-being of their consumer through their product by reducing sugar content and to the use of herbs in their functional drink. Not only being self-sustainable, Sapa have contributed greatly to the economy by enhancing economic value through their safe and high-quality product, and help to support and develop their SME suppliers and partners by supporting small herbs farmer and to create an ecosystem that promotes competitiveness.
And now I'll talk about the first reason, efficient supply chain promoting cost reduction. As my colleague has mentioned, OSP has an integrated supply chain from manufacturing, packaging, and distribution. And as shown on the graph, this can be seen by they promoting cost savings. In 2019, they have saved a total of 775 million, followed by 1.1 billion in 2020. In 2021, they were able to reduce the cost by estimatedly 1 billion. And this is due to three main factors. First is integrated supply chain. Second is their own innovation center with an annual R&D spending. And third is their plan to digital transformation. And now I'll dig deeper into the initiatives that OSP plans to bring onto the future. So they are moving towards innovation and efficiency, and they're introducing a new program called Fast Forward 10X, which would help them to reduce their cost by 5 billion in the next 5 to 7 years. And they were able to do this by bringing in new technology, and from manufacturing, they have data tracking and also supply control, and they're also bringing a new method called product and formulation optimization. And in packaging, they're using their new technology to produce lighter glass bottles. And in warehousing and distribution, they're bringing in an optimization method, and they're also expanding their distribution channels in order to reduce their logistic cost per unit. And this will hopefully reduce their cost by 5 billion in the next 5 to 7 years. And now we'll talk about the second reason, strong positioning. As you can see on the graph, OSP has always been a leader in Thai market share and energy drink market. They were able to increase their market share from 2017 to 2021, despite COVID-19, and also reaching an all-time high in 2021. And this is due by three main factors. First, they have a strong brand recognition, a wide distribution channel network, and also they have a very continuous ongoing product launch and campaigns, which they regularly keep update with their customers. So now we can see that OSP products are much more diverse than their competitors. They have products for all target groups, young children, teenagers, adult women, and workers. And this is what makes OSP unique because compared to their competitors, their products are much more wide and reaching a much more larger customer base compared to their competitors. And now I'll talk about the third reason, booming healthy trend. As you can see, the COVID-19 has sparked a new trend in the industry. First, consumers are becoming more health conscious because they want to look for new ways to protect their health and immunity. Second reason, they are bringing in more herbal extracts in their food in order to improve the customer's wellness. And OSP plans to capture these two trends by first launching 4 new beverage and personal care products in collaboration with Yanhee Hospital, and also they're launching new products to improve their customer behavior, to improve customers' preference. And now I'll pass on to my colleague.
So now we would like to issue a buy recommendation with a target price of 40 baht per share, which is 18% upside potential. So let's take a look at historical and forecasted sales revenue. The revenue of Ocean Supply is expected to grow at 4.66% CAGR from 2020 to 2026, which is mainly driven by the growth of functional drink and the market recovery from COVID-19, which is expected to come by 2023, causing the revenue stream to improve. Energy drink is still be the largest portion of total sales, while functional drink is expected to grow by 12% CAGR, and personal care is mainly driven by baby care, as it can be observed that baby market share has been increasing since 2011 onward. On top of that, with the new cost-cutting program Fast Forward 10X, which aims to reduce costs by 5 billion baht within 5 to 7 years, we expect that there is a tenable improvement in net profit and net profit margin.
Now let's take a look at some other financial ratios. The first one, OSP has well managed its leverage level. So the debt to equity ratio is about 0.3, and then the interest bearing debt to equity ratio is about 0.03 to 0.04, which means that they have some room to borrow more if they want to, and also lower sensitivity to the interest rate, especially this time that the interest rate uncertainty is quite an issue here. And then looking at the profitability ratio, we can see that the first one, the ROA, we can see that it keeps rising. This means that there is higher potential for the earning from the capital investment in the near future. Then the earning per share, we also expected to grow at 5% CAGR as well. Then with the earning from the asset and then the stronger revenue stream, we also expect the ROE to grow sustainably as well. Now comparing OSP to the market average, which is defined as the average of the OSP, Carabao, Ichitan, Septe, and Thammasat. So we can see that OSP is quite comparable to the market in many aspects. And then we obtained the price of 40 baht or 18% upside potential from the discounted cash flow model. So the cost of that is 3.95, which is obtained from the historical bank loan in Thai baht currency, and then cost of equity from the CAPM model, and then we get the WACC of 6.75%, and then we use the terminal growth of 2%. So now I pass on to the risk.
Okay, let's talk about risk. So for the uncertainty of the pandemic and foreign exchange, and also the they all have been mitigated by OSP. However, there are some external risks that we cannot overlook. First, the uncertainty of politics in Myanmar, which could potentially slow the comeback of economics in Myanmar, which apparently it would be like slower the food and beverage growth in Myanmar also. Second, the customer perception toward the zero sugar product, which could be the potential risk for the new product of OSP. For the scenario analysis, it could be two situations, bullish situation and bearish situation. For the bullish situation, if the expansion and economic growth go well, we could see the upside potential
The time
up to
is up.
47 baht.
Thank you. Now is the floor is open to Q&A.
Could you describe how the upside from CBD or hemp business in terms of maybe market price or revenue or
So first I will talk about the projection of hemp market. As you can see on the graph, this is according to Gongsi Research. The beverage industry is going to expand by 20x, and the personal care is expected to see by 510x, and this is the market forecast by Gongsi Research. And because they have a partnership with Yan Heath Hospital and they help with their distribution channels, this is expected to see a robust growth for Mosotapa.
However, I would like to mention that in our valuation, we are also concerned about the hemp growth so that we kind of keep it conservative and don't put high growth about the hemp in our valuation.
so if it works, how much target price could you raise?
Let's say with this much of the market growth and then our potential to capture hemp, so I think that would be like 45 to 47.
Why did you use the DCF valuation method?
I'll take this question and then my teammate may add on. So the also supply is quite a mature company, so that the growth is kind of stable. So we think that DCF could be the best method here in our perception.
Why don't you mention that the zero sugar product will be the risk of the company? Why not it is an opportunity for the company?
Actually, it is an opportunity, but however, the downside risk could be like customer perception toward that product. So it would be like we still don't know whether the customer gonna satisfy with the energy drink without sugar or not. But for the healthy group, it could be a potential and opportunity for them.
Your data shows that the top line growth is around 4.6% CAGR from 21 to 26, right? But the bottom line is the CAGR growth is 5% or something. How much does it come from the cost saving project?
Can you go? Okay. Okay, so from the top line 4.66, and then for the cost saving, we assume that they can reduce 5,000 million baht within 5 years because they were successful before, and then from that we believe that the net profit margin would be at the 14% at the end of 2026. From like 12% in the 2021.
So are you confident that the company can sell 5 billion in the next 5 years?
Yes, we quite positive about that because there are many things that they are aiming to do, and they are also successful with the Fit Fast firm, and they actually like surpass the target from the Fit Fast firm as well. Maybe yeah, we can talk about like the lighter glass bottle, the more efficient, the automatic production and stuff.
Let me add on to my colleague because could you go back to my slide about the reason why we're so confident is because now we can operate OSP 24/7. They're bringing in an automation method, and also they're bringing in product formulation optimization, like many methods in order to reduce the cost. And because they just opened a new glass factory in Myanmar, and that is going to have a high capability potential, and they have a new technology in order to decrease the glass bottle weight also. So we are very confident that they will be able to reduce the cost.
I have an add-on question on this one. You are very confident on this about the number of 5 billion, right? Do you have any track record of the company, the numbers that number that management give to you and the actual number that can be used. Because it seems that you use the exact numbers of what the management told you to project your valuation.
So for the first program before like Fit Fast Firm, so the company can reduce the cost by like around 200 million per year. So I think that fast forward 10 days is possible that they can reduce the cost.
And also even though like they implement the feed forward, right? And they even like surpass the expected rate that they plan to go.
Okay. So and also the nature of this business, they kind of like try to do the lean manufacturing. So we think that also supply is like the market leader. So they're supposed to be able to do this as well.
Do you have a sensitivity on the gross margin if the plan is not as the management expected? How the valuation will change? Do you have any sensitivity on this one?
Unfortunately, we don't have like a comprehensive sensitivity, but we think that after we like try to change we believe that the cost reduction shouldn't be very much, and then the effect to the target price would kind of like be kind of stable at like 40 baht, maybe a bit lower.
What about cost of raw material? Because I think this year cost of raw material commodity price is rising, but I see that you have project profit margin to improve. So did you mean that the cost cutting program will outweigh the commodity price rising?
I can take that. Also, like, yeah, we know that the cost of aluminum and also like the cost of like the fuel to burn the glass, right? And also the cost of like sugar will be higher in this year because of due to the higher inflation, right? But we believe that the higher the recover from the COVID-19 pandemic and the demand side will grow more outweigh than the cost that gonna be higher.
You mean that they can increase the price or how to manage?
No. Actually, no. We believe that the demand side, the customer is very sensitive to the price in this market, so we can't like we don't expect to see any like increase in price, but we expect to increase in the quantity and economy of scale.
And also they will reduce the sugar content within the beverage, so sugar rising prices is not a concern.
So on top of that, they also buy the future for sugar, so they can fix the price of sugar that they can buy right now.
On your revenue growth breakdown slide, I saw that you assume the growth rate from the revenue growth rate from the energy drink is less than the market growth rate. So does that imply that the revenue growth or the company is losing market share to the competitors?
Actually, they're not losing market share. They actually have reached an all-time high market share within 2021.
And also the growth of energy drink for also supply is about 2.8% CAGR, while the market is about 3%. So it's like really close to the market, as also supply is the market mover of this energy drink market in Thailand.
Okay, I want to add on to that because the negative growth we have is during the COVID-19, and after the COVID-19 we kind of like move with the market, so that the CAGR kind of like exhibit some lower than the market growth just during the COVID-19.
You seem to put much interest in about ESG since you put it at the second slide of the presentation. Do you know how many independent directors in the board and how many board members right now?
We don't have like a exact information.
You can have like percentage of independent directors compared to the whole board. Because it should be like one of the key to score the ESG.
If I remember correctly, members in the board of directors, and most of the members are made up of สถานค family.
So the
that's
time
that.
is up.
Thank you. Have a great day.
So now